Hello everyone, this is Crota, or I am Crota, in game number 1 in a series between Czech and Hawk. I will be casting only game number 1 today, as it is going to be a Night Elf versus Human matchup. Czech spawning as the red Night Elf on the top left-hand side of the map, meanwhile Hawk has spawned as the blue Human on the top right. This is going to be taken from Gera Cup number 72. I am still waiting to hear back from some of the other players out there who could possibly get me some replays. I know some people are like, hey, why don't you check out WC Replays? Like, WC Replays hasn't had replays since like 2015. So yeah, I thought like, oh, maybe I should go check them out. And the replays are still rather old. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down and take a look at how things are going off over here. We are going to be looking at the Human, of course, building that Altar of Kings. Meanwhile, Czech is building that Altar of Elders, and it most likely will be a Demon Hunter versus an Archmage matchup. Demon Hunter versus Archmage, a very, very, well, classic matchup here, as we now see, what was this? A peasant getting taking a little bit of damage. I think he was trying to build a scout farm and accidentally took a little bit too much damage, as he now scurries back home as we get closer and closer to the 2-minute mark. All right, gonna go ahead and slow things down now. Mountain King gonna be popping out here. So Mountain King going up against a Demon Hunter in this 1v1, as we now see Triple Wisp doing some repairs on this Ancient of War here. This is very, very high on damage because of the three hatchlings, 13 to 15, 28 to 37, 13 to 15. The Spider Crab Behemoth doesn't deal as much damage, but it is still something to be worried about, as the Demon Hunter is going to finish things off. Picks up a Ring of Protection +3. Meanwhile, Mountain King going after the Spider Crab Behemoth as well does land a Storm Bolt here and will be finishing off, picking up a Ring of Regeneration. Now, Ring of Regeneration, one of those items that, well, a lot of people really can't agree on. I personally do like it. When you see that Ring of Regeneration, every second that Ring of Regeneration is on that Mountain King, he is healing an additional 2 hit points. And that does add up over time. In 1 minute, that is 120 hit points. In 2 minutes, that's 240. And there are times where you are just trying to retreat and run back, or you do have like a minute-long battle. So that is equivalent to a Holy Light that's only taking up a very, very small slot. Mountain King has picked up a Tome of Intelligence there. Mountain King gonna get mana burn, though, as we do see things finishing off down over here. Mountain King could be trying to land another Stormbolt here in just a moment. As you can see, Stormbolt gonna be coming in. There it goes, as the Demon Hunter now gonna try to avoid getting surrounded, and is gonna be able to do exactly that because of the Archer and the Forest Troll Shadow Priest there. Mountain King and Footman now continuing the chase, as the units are now looking to back up again. Mountain King still regenerating some hit points. You are going to most likely see another mana burn. No mana burn there, as a Forest Troll Berserker has been picked up. Forest Troll Berserker, 28 to 37 damage. Very, very high. More than double the base damage of the Footman, and I believe their attack speeds are about the same. Well, no, fast versus average, very, very difficult, because the numbers are not, well, straight up numbers, as the Peasants are now going to perhaps turn around and go back against this Demon Hunter here. All right, let's take a look at this Lightning Shield mana burn. Mountain King going to try to finish things off. Will he finish it off? Yes, he did. Who picked up the item? I'm not sure who picked up the item, or if it was a tome. Very, very difficult to keep track there. I was looking at the items. Ring of Protection +3, I believe, was the Demon Hunter's to begin with. He could have sold it and then picked up another one, but I do not believe that actually drops a Ring of Protection +3 type item. Mountain King now sitting at level 3. Another mana burn going to quickly come in, as the Mountain King unable to get a hard bash onto that Demon Hunter. All right, Demon Hunter now looking to pull away once more, and that Demon Hunter has very, very high effective hit points. Overall 8 armor, plus adding in the evasion. It is effectively like that Demon Hunter has 11 armor. That's one of the reasons why it is so difficult to take him out. All right, let's take a look at this once more. The Demon Hunter now looking to back up here. You can see Huntress now coming in, as well as we're going to be looking at perhaps a little bit of heals. Mountain King going to go ahead and engage, hoping for a bash to proc. Does not get the bash. And this Mountain King with Ring of Regeneration has really gotten a lot of hit points so far. I got to believe he probably got it around the 2 minute or 2.5 minute mark. So he's gotten, 360 hit points off of that. And now he would nearly be dead, or for certain be dead, if it wasn't for that item. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at things going down across over here. Is this what is going on? It looked as though yeah, a little bit of focus fire damage there. Mountain King now in trouble, trying to pull back down to 13 hit points, trying to run away. Mountain King is in trouble, down to 15. Is it going to be able to get away? Are we going to perhaps get a heal? And yes, we are. There is a heal right there as both sides are just running for the hills. What is going on here? Mountain King is in trouble, turns back around, and things have fallen. Mountain King falls at level 3. Demon Hunter sitting at level 2, and he is now running for the hills as well. Meanwhile, back across over here, there are pretty much no towers in position. The scout towers have been focused down. Huntresses are now coming into position here as the Forest Troll Berserker needs to try and figure out a way to fight and regain positioning on this army. Demon Hunter now down to 86 hit points. Forest Troll Berserker goes back and falls as Check gets to level 3 on the Demon Hunter. Forest Troll Shadow Priest has been taken down. Footmen are still trying to fight here. You can see the guard tower, which needs to get some massive repairs. One guard tower is all that is the real reason why this expansion is not up. Mass Huntress is causing problems, and Check really capitalizing on the fact that there was no Archmage. No Archmage causing the problem here as the Mountain King trying to go after this unit here. All right, Forest Troll Shadow Priest getting mana burned again. A little bit of additional damage as well as we see the Mountain King now getting a bash down across over here. All right, Scout Tower about to be completed for the 3rd time. Footmen are still trying to fight there. There is a bash onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, however, able to escape as the Mountain King now, well, a little bit too far. Needs to back up here as the peasants are now also backing up. Guard tower is in trouble. We need to see another round of militia. Huntresses are now rushing in here to try and take down this guard tower. Mountain King has nothing to really show for this. Massive repairs going on as the Mountain King now hoping to perhaps get this Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter forced to use the Scroll of Town portal, and the guard tower will finish. And with that, precious time. 1 guard tower, 2 guard towers may be done by the time the Demon Hunter and the Huntresses come back, and that should be enough to perhaps push back that army. Hawk really needs to start upgrading this scout tower. Every point of every tower is going to make a big difference right now. Coming back across over here, Town Hall still not upgraded. Lumber Mill, no masonry upgrade that is it? Yeah, no, a masonry upgrade has been actually researched as this guard tower now being researched once again. Ogre Mauler trying to use, well, this guard tower, if it is 20 seconds late, we know the reason why, as an arcane vault now coming in. Hawk not paying attention to this guard tower. That is going to become increasingly critical as we're looking at 48 over 54. That is a lot of peasants, so the militia are going to be trained up very, very heavily. Mountain King still sitting at level 3, but he does not have enough mana yet. Mud Golem trying to run back home. He is taking a lot of damage. Will he be able to slip inside? Yes, he will, as the units are now all looking to back up. All right, Mountain King does have enough for a Stormbolt here, but is he going to find the real Demon Hunter in time? All right, let's take a look. Ancient Protectors are now trying to come into position as well. Mountain King could easily just get a Stormbolt off onto some of these other units here, as the Wisp are now being brought over to try and detonate onto that Mountain King. All right, there's the detonations onto the Mountain King. Mountain King now no longer has mana, as the Footmen are now looking to back off. Meanwhile, militia are pushing back pretty strongly here and now taking down some of the Huntresses as well. However, there are no guard towers over here on the top right as Hawk looks to go back to work with all of these peasants trying to rush back into the base. Demon Hunter, Mountain King now coming back once more. Clarity Potion, Ring of Regeneration now making its way over, and he's going to be trying to push in here very, very heavily. Mountain King should be able to get another Stormbolt here in just a moment, focusing down at least a Huntress at least to take it down, but no, ends up getting detonated again. There's the Scroll Healing. There's the Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter finally found, but I would have believed an earlier takedown on perhaps some of these Huntresses would have been the better call. That is the majority of your damage there. Forest Troll Berserker not realizing that a Huntress is going to be able to slip away as more and more units are fighting. All right, 1 Huntress does go down. Are we going to see more focus now? And all right, Demon Hunter now sitting at level 4 as we are looking at more and more attacking coming in. Another mana burn onto the Mountain King. Mountain King now out of mana as the Demon Hunter gets bashed again. All right, units are now trying to pull back over here. There are too many guard towers. This is going to be very, very difficult for Check to try and push through here as the Mountain King and now able to slip back down. Where is he going to go? He's going after a Huntress, going to get the Huntress, and now is he going to just scroll up Town Portal? He has to in order to get back over here. All right, Ring of Regeneration really has made a big difference in this matchup here as the Mountain King going to use a has he used a Clarity Potion? No, Scroll of Regeneration now in the backfield. There's that Clarity Potion. Mountain King now staying in the back, able to stay alive a little bit longer. And yet, wow, this Ring of Regeneration has healed over 900 hit points by now. And that is absolutely huge as the Scout Tower here is going to get taken down. All right, Mountain King does have enough for a Stormbolt. The Demon Hunter does not want to engage, uses that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability just in time as the Demon Hunter, or as the Mountain King now looking to back off over here. All right, Peasants now continuing the fight. Forest Troll Berserker doing target practice onto some of these poor Huntresses, and the Huntresses are going to get taken out. There goes another, but Shadow Meld at nightfall at just the right time as the Forest Troll Berserker is now running for the hills again. Mountain King gets mana burned again. That Mountain King not realizing how important Stormbolts are. He really needed to land one as we now have Czech trying to run away. Meanwhile, if you guys did not notice in the minimap, Czech does have an expansion up and running. Mana burn. Is the Demon Hunter going to get taken down? Yes, Mountain King now trying to fight back. Czech getting a bash in, or getting bashed on his Huntress again as the Mud Golems are going to try and cast as many slows as possible. Meanwhile, back over here, one Huntress with Shadow Meld, level 1-0 upgrades still coming across as another bash does come in. Mountain King may actually get to level 6. Stormbolt may be incoming right here as, oh, is he going to see it? Yes, there's the Stormbolt to make sure that the Shadow Meld doesn't go through. And now the Mountain King finally doing his job. Back across. Oh, no expansion. It was just, I got head faked there. Excuse me. Head faked there. I thought that was a Tree of Life down over here. That is not the case. You can see a Tree of Life just now getting constructed, and the economic advantage for Hawk is starting to take hold. Clarity Potion could be used. It looks as though those units are not going to be able to, or not running back. Guard towers, triple upgrade, or triple towers there, causing problems as we now see the Huntress trying to get away, and it looks like he will be able to do exactly that. Mountain King currently sitting at level 5. Guard tower is now up inside the base. 32 supply compared to 24 for Czech. Czech and Hawk really dueling it out so far. Great game so far. Mountain King now looking to pick up a Scroll of Healing and a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Using that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability early. If he gets a Stormbolt off early, then uses the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, he will be able to get off 2 Stormbolts before the Demon Hunter is able to mana burn. That is going to be the key critical portion of this, as the Mountain King going to town on this Ancient of War. Mountain King nearly at level 6, needs about, what, another 141 experience. The Tree of Ancient of War about to give him, what, make him closer. Now only needs 116 in order to get to the next level. Demon Hunter out, mana burn, there it goes. Are we going to perhaps see a surround as the unit is currently slowed? Mountain King is in trouble. He needed to use that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability just a split second earlier in order to really get anywhere effective. There's that second mana burn there, and if that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability was used, the Demon Hunter would have been stunned twice, if not 3 times. That would have been potentially huge as the Demon Hunter now tries to run back. All right, 150 mana gone in an instant. Level 3 mana burn causing so many problems as the Mountain King now heads back over here to the top right. All right, Demon Hunter coming back across here. You can see a couple of Huntresses are down. We are finally upgrading to keep a second Scout Tower and level 1 Masonry upgrades being completed. Blacksmith being sped built as well. We should be transitioning into Rifleman. Are we going to get the long-range rifle upgrades or just Rifleman straight up? That is going to be the big question. Or perhaps we will be going into workshops. Mountain King does need, I guess, a brother in arms, so to speak. A Paladin, an Archmage, a Blood Mage would all be very beneficial. Human players generally do not go for Tavern Heroes unless it is the Beastmaster and an Orc matchup. Now, what is the Demon Hunter's plan next? Both sides can, in fact, get to level 6 fairly easily, but not by creeping. Mountain King going to gain no experience here, but he does gain a little bit of gold and those very powerful items. A Potion of Greater Mana, the exact item that the Mountain King was hoping for in this matchup. Maybe a Potion of Invulnerability as well. But now that the Mountain King has a Potion of Mana, he can Stormbolt, use a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, Stormbolt again, and then wait for the Demon Hunter to mana burn him, then use the Potion of Greater Mana and Stormbolt a third time. That is all going to add up very, very quickly as we just pass or about to pass the 16-minute mark of this match. Let's take a look. It is going to be a Blood Mage for the Mana Battery strategy as the engagement does go down. All right, Mountain King looks like he got one Stormbolt off and then got mana burned. Are we going to perhaps see him go into the Avatar form, use a Potion of Greater Mana, go into the Avatar form, and then start Stormbolting freely since he will be immune to magic? Once you cannot start Stormbolting or mana burning that Mountain King, the Mountain King pretty much can 1v1 any other hero in the game because of that very, very effective Stormbolt. And he can even take and deal with that Demon Hunter here. I believe the Demon Hunter wins every single fight. A maximum level Demon Hunter wins every single fight except against the Mountain King. The Mountain King loses to, I believe, the Tauren Chieftain, if I recall correctly. I'll have to see that, like, level 10 heroes versus level 10 heroes, and, you know, just spectator match, spectator mode. All right, Mountain King getting that precious mana right now. Mountain King already up to 360. Are we going to see Avatar form here in just a moment? I don't know why he isn't doing it just quite yet. He should be doing it and should engage it now. Let's go ahead. There's the Stormbolt, and it is easily dodged by the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter quickly picked up, and now the Mountain King is out and about. He is going to be a one-man wrecking crew, dealing so much damage. He needs to get back into that Zeppelin again, but the Mountain King is just absolutely destroying things as the Demon Hunter goes into Metamorphosis form. All right, chaos damage coming across. There's a Stormbolt, saving some of those units as they are all now running back again. It looks as though, yes, we will see the death of a footman there as the Mountain King unable to deal with the Metamorphosis version. Metamorphosis version of that Demon Hunter dealing so much damage. Mountain King now going to be able to perhaps get a Stormbolt off, takes down a Huntress, and does he pick up? No, does not pick up the Ogre Mauler. Blood Mage now low on mana. What is going to be happening here? Is he going to try and use a Potion of Mana? No, using a Clarity Potion instead of using the Potion of Mana. He could have just walked in there, Stormbolted, and did a little bit more damage again. All right, Avatar is about to come to an end. We're going to see a Stormbolt down onto that Forest Troll Shadow Priest. We may see a bash there. No bash as a mana burn does hit. All right, let's see. Metamorphosis, that, well, Superman mode, dealing so much damage. That is chaos damage, but without the Poison Orb, so none of that damage over time. 2 level 6 heroes battling it out. Let's take a look at this. Goblin Shredder off over here could start to get just picked off by these units here. And as you're going to see, a Griffin Aviary being added up towards the top here. All right, Ancient of War taking a bit of damage. Meanwhile, back across over here, another Goblin Zeppelin getting picked up as the Wisp may get taken down. Ancient of War looks like it is going to be falling. Blood Mage out of mana again. Needs to find a way to get a bit of mana as we now see a Stormbolt go down onto that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does not want to engage against that Mountain King just quite yet. Ring of Regeneration has really been keeping that Mountain King alive and healthy, allowing him to stick around in engagements much longer than he should have. You see, did he sell it finally? No, does not sell it. Uses another Clarity Potion, still has the Potion of Greater Mana, and perhaps is going to try and get that Blood Mage to level 2. Picking up some very useful items there. We could see no Siphon, Siphon mana possible onto the Null Wardens, as the Null Wardens do have mana there. That Blood Mage wants as much mana as possible, and let's see, Potion of Replenishment. Are we going to see another Siphon mana there, as the Dryads do catch this all in action? All right, this potentially could be bad. Turn around. Blood Mage now sitting at level 2. Stormbolt finishing off a Huntress there again as the Mountain King is mana burned out. Siphon mana away. Holy Light as the Paladin comes in and is able to heal the unit and also Staff of Preservation one of the units back. All right, Dryad going to get taken down. No, able to slip through there as the Siphon mana does come across again. Paladin now out of mana. Once more, Mountain King unable to do very much. There's a banish onto the Blood Mage there, as the Blood Mage could now start using the banish effectively with the Mountain King to start one-shotting, or almost one-shotting Huntresses. Back across over here, Ancient of Lores. You can see siege engines are coming into position, trying to stop this Tree of Life. Very difficult to take down. Stormbolt now onto the Demon Hunter. Siphon mana away. We could potentially see a mana burn. No mana burn, as the Mountain King is right there, ready to do some damage. No bash either, as the Mountain King does have enough mana right now, but what is he going to do next? Stormbolt onto the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now pretty much down to 40 mana. Will he be able to do anything else, as the units are now once again running? Siege engines were able to, not able to finish off the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life uproots itself. Mana burn again from the Demon Hunter. It did go off first, as the Mountain King could land another Stormbolt there. Demon Hunter just a bit too far back, as the Tree of Life is taking a lot of damage still. 3 siege engines, 1-0 upgrades, as the Mountain King is looking to still finish off some more of these units. Potion of Mana still ready to go for that Mountain King. Siphon Mana again. There's the mana burn, as the Blood Mage still getting more and more mana again. Alright, Griffins are now finally out onto the field, so any sign of uprooting is now a bad trade-off, as you then take the additional bonus magic damage from the Griffin Riders instead. Siege Engines could perhaps be switching targets here in just a moment. There they go, as the Siege Engines are now trying to run back here. Are we going to get a Staff of Preservation? No, we are not. The Mortar teams could just start lobbying attacks here, as we now look, the Blood Mage really needs to be saving this Siege Engine. Why isn't it doing so? There it goes. Teleports him back home. Griffin still being added. Animal War Training is done. Siege Engine is getting healed back up from that Staff of Sanctuary, and that is 5 Griffins, folks. 5 Griffins. Very helpful there, as we now see the Siege Engines are, well, healing back up. Apparently someone's lagging. What is this? Boots of Speed? Now given to the Mountain King. Where's that Paladin? Paladin is right... I can't click on him. There he goes. He has the Ring of Regeneration now, as he's the one that needs to stay alive while still staying in the backfield. That Ring of Regeneration has healed, what, almost over 2,000 hit points now. And continuing to do so, as we now see a Stormbolt get deflected off of, once more, a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Siege Engine trying to stay alive, not going to really be able to benefit at all. That Siege Engine will get taken down, but the sudden tech switch to Griffins is going to catch his opponent off guard. Mountain King should not even be here in this fight. What is he thinking? Stealing experience away from the Paladin and that Blood Mage. That Mountain King should be very far away, as we now see level 2 on the Paladin, level 6 on the Mountain King, Blood Mage sitting at level 2, almost level 3, as we are now speed building another Town Hall here. This expansion has already been mined out. This expansion, or the main base, is about to mine out as well. We have about another 40 seconds or so. Mortar teams are upgraded at 1-0, and Hawk is looking like a pro in this matchup so far. All right. Let's take a look at this. Bits of attacks are now coming through. Slow Poison, Stormbolt onto that Mountain King. Mountain King trying to get away. Mana Burn going to go down onto that Mountain King. Mountain King could end up with another Stormbolt there. Uses the Potion of Mana at the right time for the Demon Hunter death. And there is the GG. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1. I will be casting Game number 2. And, well, you know what? Since these replays seem to be coming slower, I'm trying to make sure I'm a little bit more well-rested and spreading out my replays. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game number 1 from this matchup.